Namaste to everyone. On behalf of Association for Learning, Performing Arts and Normative Action, I welcome you all to Sambhav 2021. Alpana was founded in the year 2004 by Guru Alpana Nayak, eminent Odissi exponent and guru. It was in the year 2006 that we started organizing Sambhav. Sambhav is a huge platform for differently abled artists from across the world who come here every year with their performing arts. And it's a great festival, it's a great celebration every year. But owing to Corona, like last year, this year too, we are celebrating it on the virtual mode, and we will be having recordings from all our differently able artists from across the world. And let me just briefly tell all of you about Alpana and its activities. Well, as I said, Alpana was formed in the year 2004 by Guru Alpana Nayak to promote performing arts and facilitate holistic human development. Through our various programs, we try to spread awareness among today's youth about the rich cultural heritage of India. We also work for many socially relevant issues. When Alpana ji came in contact with the differently abled children, she thought that she found her calling in serving them. And since then, for many years now, she has been teaching not only Odissi dance, but also music and painting, art and craft and yoga to differently abled children. And this way, she is helping a lot in their holistic development. Yujyate iti yoga, the one that unites is yoga. Yoga is the union of mind, body and soul. It's a gift to the world by India, and we now also have an International Yoga Day thanks to the efforts of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. Yoga has now become a lifestyle for the entire world. The yoga workshop is being taken by Alison Slaughter from USA.
Hi everyone, my name is Allie and I'm happy to be participating once again in the virtual Sambhav. I hope that next year we can all be back in person once again. So I will be offering a short, gentle yoga practice. This year I am using a mat, so I'm on the floor. If you do need a chair to sit in or stay in, you can always do some of these movements from a chair as well. So feel free to find whatever works best for you. If you have a mat or are on a mat, you can use that. If you have props, blocks, books, pillows, feel free. You can always just use the floor. You don't necessarily need a mat. So I am wearing my Sambhav shirt from 2 years ago, 2019. So my pink shirt that says Sambhav. I'm wearing my black leggings. My hair is up in a bun. Behind me are some white pocket doors, and I have a sign that says Sambhav 2021 by Alpana, India, and then my name, Ali. The lighting might not really show them. I'm not really sure. So they're there, just so you're aware. I hope everyone is doing well and staying healthy. So hopefully this short practice will help us to find some relaxation in the minds, the bodies, our breath. So if you would like to go ahead and get started in a comfortable seat. Again, if you're in a chair, no problem. Otherwise, I'm on a mat, pink mat, matching my shirt. So I'm sitting in a cross leg. Part of my sign just dropped. So I'm in a cross leg position. Let's go ahead and get started. Whatever is comfortable for you. Perhaps you close your eyes. Palms can be face up or down on the knees or thighs. Thinking about grounding your sit bones, sitting up tall out of your hips, nice long spine. Shoulders are dropping away from the ears. Let's come to the breath. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Maybe you hold at the top if possible. Exhale, sigh it out. Next inhale, let's circle the arms out to the sides. Reach the fingers, the arms up overhead, fingers reaching towards the sky. Maybe you tilt your face upwards as well. Again, lengthening the spine as you reach up high. Hands come to touch. Exhale, hands through heart center. Let's take that twice more. Inhale, reach those arms out to the sides, circle them all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, circle those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. This time, we are going to inhale those arms up once more. Reach those fingers up high. And let's start with a twist to the right. Exhale, twist the upper body to the right. Right hand comes behind the low back. Left hand comes to the right knee or thigh. Tall spine, gentle twist as your upper body twists gently towards the right. It doesn't need to be super deep. Breathe. Inhale, coming back up through center, reach both arms up to the sky. And exhale, switching sides to the left. Left hand behind the low back, right hand, left knee or thigh. Tall spine as you gently twist and breathe. Inhale, both arms up through center once again. This time, as we exhale, press the air away with the hands. Let's interlace the hands behind the low back. So interlace those fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe take your face upwards towards the sky. You can stay right here if you'd like to add a bit of a shoulder stretch and fold. Start to hinge at the hips as you fold the upper body forward. Hands can stay interlaced at the low back, or you can take the hands towards the sky. Maybe your forehead finds the earth, maybe not. Again, you can all do this in a seat, in a chair. Breathe. If those hands are towards the sky, gently release them to the low back and start to lift your upper body back up. Release those hands, shake it out, roll out the shoulders if you need to or want to, just rolling the shoulders front to back to front. Palms are coming back towards the knees or thighs. Let's take a few neck rolls. Chin comes towards the chest. Take an inhale as you feel a stretch through the back of the neck. And gently roll that right ear towards the right shoulder. So you can keep your hands on the legs as they are. If you prefer, you can take the left fingers to the earth next to that left hip. Maybe you take that hand out away from the body. Maybe you reach that right arm up and over, taking the right fingers just above that left ear, putting a bit of pressure on the temple to find a deeper stretch through the neck. Breathing. So any of these shapes or poses, feel free to find variations for what work for you and your body. If that right arm is lifted, gently release, send that chin back towards the chest for a breath. And exhale as you roll that left ear towards the left shoulder. So again, hands can be on the earth, up on the legs. Right hand can be on the earth. If you'd like to reach that left arm up and over, left fingers pressing just above the right ear on that right temple. As you stretch this right side of the neck. And remember that each of our shapes, our poses, should be just as unique as each and every one of us. It's not necessary for us to all look the same. We shouldn't all look the same. Gently release that left arm if it's lifted. Slowly take that chin back towards the chest. Inhale, circle those arms back up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze, face follow. Hands touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. So from here, let's come on to hands and knees. We'll take some cat-cows. We're coming into our tabletop shape. So the shins are on the earth, hips are stacked over the knees. Hands are planted on the earth, fingers are spread wide, shoulders are stacked over the elbows, over the wrists. If that's too much on your wrists, you can always walk the hands a bit forward, spin the fingers out towards the sides, come up onto your fists, the base of your fingers, or even go down onto your forearms. So we will start with arching the spine as we drop the belly, send the tail and the gaze upward. And as you exhale, round the spine, press the earth away, chin comes towards the chest. So again, you can do this in a chair if you just like to arch and round the spine in your seat. Inhale as you arch up for cow. Exhale as you round for cat. And we'll take a few more, noticing your breath as it moves with your body. Going at your own pace. Noticing the sensations up and down your spine. After your next cat, where your spine is rounded, you can begin to press the hips back towards the heels as we find a child's pose. So the hips coming back towards the heels, they do not need to touch, they might. Maybe you keep your knees close together where they are. Maybe you separate the knees so that the big toes touch and the knees are towards the edges of the mat. And then you can stay lifted up on your hands, or you can slide the arms forward, fingers reaching towards the top of your space, and release the forehead to the earth. If that doesn't work for you, you can always bend at the elbows, stacking the hands and resting the forehead on the hands, or stacked fists. Gently allowing yourself to try to relax a bit. Try to see if your exhales help those hips to relax a bit. Maybe the exhales help them sink a bit closer towards the heels, maybe not. Then you can always use any props. You can place a blanket between the heels and the hips. If you're in a seat, you can be in a nice forward fold with the upper body draping over the thighs. And then let's start to lift up onto our forearms, our hands, start to walk the hands towards the right. Maybe the left hand stacks on top of the right, and then you can allow your forehead to come back to the earth if you'd like. We're finding a side stretch on that left side. So finding length extension from that left hip all the way up through the left fingertips as you reach those hands towards the right. And then that left hip is still sinking down towards that left heel. Breathing. Inhale, come back through center with those hands and walk those hands over to the left. Maybe that right hand comes on top of the left. And maybe you stay right here, keeping the head lifted, or you can release that forehead back to the earth. And trying to send that right hip back as you reach those right fingers, finding that length extension on that right side. And gently start to come back through center with those hands. Pull yourself back up into your tabletop position. And from here, we're going to transition back onto our seat and then come to our back. So you can cross at the ankles, you can come onto your seat, and then let's plant the feet on the earth in front of us. So the knees are pointing towards the sky. And then we're on our seat, hands are next to our hips. Actually, let's take the hands behind the hips and sort of lean back on the hands for a moment, and then allow those knees to drop right to left. So we're just making some windshield motions with the knees here. So dropping right to left, again at your own pace. And then from here, coming back up through center, start to lower yourself all the way onto your back. So you can just come onto your forearms and then allow that upper body to come all the way down. And from here, let's hug both knees in towards the chest. You can take your hands to left hand to the left shin, right hand to the right shin, or you can even hug your shins, reaching for opposite elbows, curling into a tight ball on your back. Let's begin to plant that left foot on the earth and cross that right ankle over the top of the left thigh. So we're coming into our reclined figure four or back pigeon. You can do this on your seat if you're in a chair, or on your seat on the floor. So right foot stays flexed. It's just on top of that left thigh, right above the knee. You can stay right here, keeping the left foot on the earth and pressing that right hand into that inner right thigh, pressing the knee away from you. Or you can start to lift that left foot up off the earth, hugging the legs in towards the chest. You can either take your hands to that right leg, that right lower leg, shin, thigh, or you can interlace the hands around that left shin or thigh, maybe using that right elbow to press into that right leg. Notice if you start to hold the breath, notice if you can release it. With your exhales, release any tension, tightness in the neck, the shoulders. And let's gently release that left foot back to the earth if it's lifted. We'll take a little twist here as we keep the legs as they are, dropping them to the left. So that right sole of the foot plants down off your mat outside of that left side, and the outer left leg is on the earth. Arms can come out to a T, straight out from the shoulders with the palms on the earth if you'd like. I like to take my face towards the right. You do not have to. Deep breathing, inhales and exhales. If you'd like, you could even take that left hand, pressing the left hand into that inner right thigh, pressing that right knee up and away from you. And then we'll gently come back up through center, uncross that right ankle from the left, hug both knees in towards the chest. Maybe you rock side to side on the spine. Switching sides, let's plant that right foot on the earth, cross that left outer ankle over the top of the right thigh, left foot stays flexed. Once again, you can stay right here, right foot staying on the earth, maybe the left hand pressing into that left thigh, or you can start to hug those legs in as you lift that right foot, holding on to anywhere along that left leg or interlacing the hands around that left shin or thigh by sending that left arm through the space between your legs and that right arm coming outside that right leg. So again, notice if you're holding the breath, if you can release with any exhale, any tension that you might be holding. And let's find that twist as we gently release that right foot back to the earth, unwind the hands, the arms. Maybe the arms come out to a T as you start to drop the legs as they are to the right, so that the outer right leg and the sole of the left foot plant down on the earth. You can keep your gaze, your face, your chest towards the sky, or gently turn your face to the left. You can stay just like this. You can take that right hand, maybe press it into that inner left leg, pressing that left knee up and away from you. Gently start to come back up through center, hug both knees in as you unwind that left leg. From here, let's find a happy baby as we start to, so the feet are flexed, we'll start to send the feet towards the sky, separate the knees and reach the hands for the outside of the feet. Maybe the hands reach for the shins, the calves, or you can wrap those forearms behind the knees, using the forearms to pull those knees in. You could also take the arms to the inside of the legs, finding the big toes with the fingers, as you draw the knees towards the underarms or towards the earth. And then those feet are flexed towards the sky. So the legs are wide and bent, maybe finding a nice stretch through those inner legs. If the arms are to the inside of the legs, maybe you use those elbows to press against the inner legs. And maybe you rock gently side to side here. Maybe you'd like to extend, straighten one leg and then the other, or even both at one time, just bending and extending, stretching. And then as you're ready, bring those legs back in. You can release the feet to the earth. Separate the feet wide as your mat if you're on a mat. Allow those knees to drop in towards each other. And then you can take your arms to your sides, resting alongside the body. Palms face up or down. If you'd rather, you can always take that left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly, finding some connection. As you take a few moments to breathe, to find some stillness, some relaxation. If you would rather, you can always extend those legs out long, finding a full, an extended leg Shavasana, and stay here for as long as you'd like. Having those legs bent, the feet planted, knees dropped in, sometimes takes some pressure off the low back. So that's also a nice place to rest in a Shavasana. Allow yourself a few moments, some permission to rest, to be. If you are ready to move on with your day, you can start to slowly bring yourself back up to a seat, finding whatever comfortable position feels best for you. Perhaps you keep your eyes closed for a moment as you take a moment of gratitude for taking the time to take a short practice today. Gratitude for all your blessings in life, big and small, for your loved ones, for the day that lies ahead, and for all the good there is in the world. As you're ready, circle the arms up towards the sky. Reach those fingers up high, perhaps your face follows. Hands touch, exhale, hands through heart center. May you have compassion in your thoughts. May you have kindness in your words and actions. And may you have love and peace in your hearts. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope as you go forward, have a wonderful day. And until next time, take care and be well. Thank you all. Again, I do hope to see you in person next year. We'll see how everything goes. I hope everyone is staying healthy and taking care. So enjoy all of the virtual Sambhav. Thank you for having me.